So, do you ever wonder how concept artists draw from imagination? When I was starting out, I was blown away by how some artists could just draw complex details on their characters by drawing just by their imagination. But when I was drawing my characters, the armor on them, the hair, and the outfit, they all looked kinda like the same. I'll be honest with you, I still get stuck into this thing where I just keep on drawing the same stuff over and over again, with just minimal changes. So the crux is the same, but the packaging is different. That would be the best way to describe it. And when I get stuck into this cycle, there's only one way out: to seek inspiration and draw from reference. We all want to be able to draw from our imagination, but how can we work towards that? Is it by practicing drawing from imagination more and more? Well, not really. Quite the opposite, in fact. To be able to draw from imagination, we'll have to draw a lot from reference. Now, drawing from reference could mean drawing people live while sitting in a public park, or it could mean finding reference images on the internet that you could replicate. The idea behind this is quite simple. You observe something and draw it so many times that you basically store that in your mind. So let's say that you have drawn some Viking armor from reference so many times that when now you're drawing it from imagination, you remember the small leather pieces, the designs, the belts, the buckles, and everything, which helps you add detail to your character's clothing. As an aspiring digital artist or illustrator, building a strong visual vocabulary by drawing from reference is an essential skill that can help you take your work to the next level. The more you expose yourself to drawing from reference, the more extensive your visual vocabulary becomes. It's a critical skill that can help you improve as an artist. When you draw from reference, you are studying and replicating real-life objects, people, or scenes, which helps you create realistic and believable artwork. It's also important to remember that building visual vocabulary and drawing from reference are ongoing processes. The more you practice, the more you'll improve. Try to incorporate these skills into your daily routine. Try to do it as frequently as you possibly can. Choose a variety of different subjects to draw, such as people, animals, landscapes, and objects. When drawing from reference, pay attention to the details of the subject, such as the texture of a leaf or the way light reflects off a surface. As you draw from reference, take note of the shapes, form, and details that make up the subject. Another effective way to build your visual vocabulary is to study the works of other artists. Look at how they draw different subjects and try to replicate their techniques. This is helpful because every artist has their own technique of how to simplify and recreate real-life objects, people, or places. And so it's really helpful to understand how different artists' brain work at this complex task. I've recently had 2 interns at my illustration studio, very eager to learn new stuff and improve their digital painting. I noticed that they're fairly good at painting but really lack the patience to put a pause button to their imagination and just replicate the works of others. So I never gave them a task to create a character concept art or draw a complex environment setting, but I wanted to build a very useful discipline in them, the discipline of studying art from other accomplished artists. They started off with replicating textures from photographs, then moved on to replicating anatomy drawings, and then to doing film screenshot studies, and now they're replicating the works of some amazing Magic the Gathering illustrators, and they're doing one hell of a job. Anyways, I also wanted to add that don't be discouraged if your drawings don't turn out perfect at first. Keep drawing, and over time you'll develop a sharper eye for detail and a stronger grasp of the fundamentals of art. I've also been struggling with my characters lately, so I thought I'd take some time to study from reference as well. So here's a collection of drawings that I did on Procreate. I hope that you find these useful. Thank you for listening. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the process.